This is
Ladies and gentlemen, a couple days ago I received my 300th YouTube subscriber. Oh my god, it got so dark. Why is it in auto? Hang on. How's that look? How's that look? You like that? A couple of days ago I received my 300th YouTube subscriber. And as celebration, I will be watching 300 while getting utterly shit-faced for your enjoyment. Let's do it. For those of you that don't remember, I actually did a 101 YouTube subscriber where I watched 101 Dalmatians, which you can find there, probably. I always get confused with that. And ever since that day, I've been waiting to do a 300th one because I feel like that would just be kind of fucking hilarious. So here I am, watching 300. And if you have any suggestions for what the next one should be, you should tell me. Because there's not really a lot of movies with the number in their name. I was thinking like maybe Rent, like for my 588,600 minutes subscriber.
If he'd been small or puny, or sickly or misshapen, he would have been discarded.
Like a Spartan eugenics program. That's not good. Oh my god. Get back-fisted, kid. You suck. That was the weakest attempt at a throw here. I'm shooting this on a Wednesday afternoon. So yeah, you know, my life is looking more and more alcoholic the more and more that I do things for you guys.
To create the finest soldiers.
That slow motion blood. People eat that shit up. That's a cool shot though, I'll give him that. Why are they just he's just narrating what's happening on screen. So that's like, that's an example of what I would call pointless narration. Like, I don't know why they're doing that. I'm nervous that at some point I'm going to get so drunk that I forgot how I'm dressed, and I'm going to go upstairs and my parents are just going to see me dressed like a fucking maniac.
Cold air in his lungs.
The frosty toes on his toes.
Perfect.
That's pretty cool. Very graphic novel-esque. This is a good movie. This is a movie that's going to be hard to make fun of, I think, because it's very good storytelling. Here's the other thing. If all you had to do to become king of Sparta was kill a wolf, I know several men and women up in the North Dakota area that could probably be the king of Sparta. His depth perception must suck. He's a fucking liability on the battlefield. Without one eye, you're basically fucked out there. Alright, so here's an example of more excessive slow motion. Shot goes on for far too long. Looks cool though. It's probably, I think this is Zach Snyder's best work. Hello.
You look like you're wearing a jacket. I didn't look at you.
No, I got like a whole cape. I'm watching 300. I dressed up like a Spartan. Sorry. Doing a drunk watch, yeah.
Drunk watch. Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
Be careful.
I won't drive, I promise.
Alright.
Alright, we're back to it. That's gonna be put in the video. What the fuck? Let me tie this up a little better. Everyone, that was my father. Okay, we're straight back. We're straight back into it. Oh, come on, that's just a dick move.
Then you fight with your heart.
Lena Hadley, otherwise known as Cersei Lannister from Harry Potter. Fuck. Dungeons, what's the movie? Was it the Dungeons of Dragons? Game of Thrones. Look at those muscles! This movie is very homoerotic. This guy doesn't have hands. You see that? Where's his hands at? Haven't seen this movie in a very long time. Could sort of remember the story beats. I think this movie got infamous for, like, photoshopping six-packs on people. Like, I'll try to point them out as they happen, because I think Gerard Butler actually got one, but it's hard to maintain one for, like, however long this was shooting for. In the background, when six-packs are, like, half obscured, like this guy in the background here, they don't, like, Photoshop it on there, because that would take a lot of work. But, like, when he's fully on screen with his abs, they'll Photoshop it in there. They probably didn't look like this. That's what I'm kidding. This is what the ideal male body looks like. Cool beard.
And if those philosophers and boy lovers
Come on. Zach Snyder with his homophobia. You guys ever seen those videos where madness what's the word I'm looking for? The 300 where it's like the YouTube poops. What else to call them? 300 techno remix. That's what they are. 300 techno remix. You know what's weird is that the dialogue didn't lead up to this weird slow motion dramatic moment. Like, he never talked about claiming to care for his people or anything, and now he's like looking out, and the idea is like, oh, this is what's weighing on his mind, but it doesn't seem like he gives a shit about it. It seems like he cares more about his reputation as a Spartan than his people.
Water. Well, you'll find plenty of both down there.
Down there.
You insult my queen. You threaten my people.
With slavery and death. You hear the Scottish in there. Little known fact. John, I'll see you in the comment section, but the Spartans actually migrated to Scotland and started farming sheep. Here comes techno remix, baby. Should we watch? I might watch a techno remix after that. I like how he's like, oh, I look to my woman to give me the good to go. This is Sparta! Epic moment. This is before superhero movies and stuff. Like, this is what people live for movies like this. That guy just jumped in! These guys are just jumping in! No one threw him in the west, they're just falling back! Jesus, these clumsy fucks! How embarrassing. Oh no, my fucking shotgun mic fell over. Now, here's the other thing. All the Persians in this movie are black. Is it racist? Let me know. Persians in actuality are probably brown-skinned-ish. Race is just a construct anyway, you know what I mean? It's also weird because they just jump to this. They're relying on narrate. Look how big. Come on, the moon's not that big.
Their forces number in the millions.
Persian forces did not number in the millions. I don't know. I've completely lost my train of thought. They're using narration to tie these scenes together because there's not really good cross-cutting between them. Like, where usually you'd cut between them with like an emotional idea, or like it just goes straight to the oracles, and then they use the narrator to figure it out. I spilled coffee on myself, Persian.
Mountain pass we call the hot gates.
The cutaways to, like, they always make me laugh because they make sense with what's going on, but it's like, it's just drawing it on sand with your finger, bro. Why are they, is there ever an explanation as to why these guys are, like, tumor-ridden? They look like they have leprosy.
Diseased old mystics. Worthless remnants.
Stop telling me what's going on in his brain! Let me think it out. Meet the Spartans did an incredible spoof of this. Oh my god. Oh, her boobie's out. We're gonna have to blur that for YouTube. Come on, guy. You ever get annoyed at all the work you have to do to get stuff on YouTube? Blur that nipple? I mean, I'm gonna have to track that in post. I'm gonna have to put a blur on it. I'm gonna have to move it around with keyframes. You don't know how difficult that is. That's hard. That's hard to do. Yeah, you need to lick oracles in order to hear what they're,
Sparta will fall.
This is terrible dialogue.
Honor the gods.
They're making it seem more profound by having him translate it.
Honor the garner.
They're just translating what she's saying in a different language, but they're making it seem more profound than what it actually is. Because they didn't have, you know, it's not a real language. They just had her, and this fucking weird orc thing was like, Sparta will fall! Like, that's not good. That's not good dialogue. It's trash dialogue. Oh, that's cool. Holy shit, that's really cool. And then they just have his ass out. Like, oh, let's just fucking keep him naked. Is this like the weird slow motion sex scene? I think they put this in slow motion so that you couldn't tell that Leonidas is really quick in the bed. Makes him seem like a champion. I mean, this guy's banging for hours, but in real time, it's basically over real quick. They desaturated the shit out of this. It's basically black and white. It is black and white almost.
There's only one woman's words that should affect the mood of my husband.
And it's mine.
Those are mine.
Dialogue's bad. If I can come up with it, the next line, it's not good. I'm basically improvising, and I'm saying the next line as it happens. They're not thinking about these lines. They're just fucking writing them. They're like, we got 2 hours to fill. Just fill this shit up with whatever the fuck we can think of. God damn it.
What should a free man do?
What should a free man do? What should a free man do? Scottish. What should... Oh, now make love to me, my king.
Leonidas can't last more than 20 seconds in the bed. More boobs! Oh my god. There's like actual contracts written so that they don't show the nipples. The second you show the nipples, they're not interested in your eyes anymore and seeing your performance. They're more interested in the boobs that are on screen. They get these tight shots so they don't have to show the six packs because it's less work for the VFX crew. Right? And their shields are guarding it too. They could have shot it from the other end. Is that, Matthew, Broderick?
Do you have any at-home pregnancy tests, especially ones that look for gonadotropic hormones or clomiphene citrate?
What the fuck's his name? He's Magneto. What's his fucking name? Matthew, oh shit. I spilled. Either I'm not paying attention or they didn't accurately explain why they could only pull 300 people. I think that comes up next though. Now, was there... You gotta imagine there was kings and queens in Sparta, right? I don't know how any of this shit works. Yo! They held the shield in front of his junk there? You know, it'd be funny if I just threw a shield in front of everyone's, like, boobies and stuff, like a Spartan shield. That might be what I do, actually. Sincerely. That'd be pretty fucking great. You're my son. And that is why I'll have to farm the sheeple. That was like a weird... That accent was like half Austrian there. Oh, she gave him his necklace. Oh, it's completely meaningless and pointless gesture, right? Is it a tooth from the wolf? They don't explain that. They don't explain anything. You know what we need is to give Zach Snyder another 2 hours to complete his vision here. He needs another 2 hours and everything's gonna be fine. Everything's problem solved. Look at those weird ass fingers. Oh my god.
Come back with your shield. Or on it.
Yes, my lady.
It's weird. They're like imposing like Middle Ages dialogue on these Athenians. Yes, milady? Like milady? What the fuck is that? If you have no frame of reference of like how these people talked, I guess that sort of works. Kings and queens, right? I like Leonidas being nice to these Greeks. Like, that was always interesting to me when I learned about this in school. Was that, like, all these Greek forces stood together to fight against the Persian incursion.
Spartans! What is your profession?
We murder shit.
How unrealistic is it that none of these men have body hair? What, were the fucking Spartans shaven before battle? They're from Greece, for fuck's sake. I mean, my ancestry's from Italy. I'm like twice removed. I was born in the United States. I still got hair all over the fucking place, bro.
Where are all the people?
What the fuck you think happened?
Persians.
Of course. You know what I dislike about this movie is that it's like an advent of visual effects, right? Because basically this whole movie was shot in a sound studio with green screens all over the fucking place. Nothing was shot on screen. You don't really get to feel that there's a journey happening. Like, you don't really feel that they marched across Greece. And luckily for us, Zack Snyder is smart enough to, like, not focus on the fact that it's a journey. That's basically all he ever does. Like, he doesn't focus on any of the stuff that's not, like, story beat, basically. It's all story beat. There's no filler, which is kind of like... It's good and it's bad, I guess. Hold up. Why would we care about this little kid? We established earlier that the Spartans just get rid of the weak. If I was Leonidas right now, I would just yeet this kid into the fire. He's pointless. He's a useless soldier. The Spartan eugenics program. If anything, the Persians are helping it out, bro. See, it's just another big moment. There's nothing real there, basically. Maybe, no, the tree is probably not even real. It's all VFX. It's a green screen straight in front of Leonidas. It doesn't look bad, per se. You can just tell it's fake, right? Like, Zack Snyder gets visual effects done really well. But, like, you're losing elements of your own psyche when watching this. You can tell it's not a story. It's almost not a story. VFX are really good. Like, don't get me wrong. Very stylized, very good. But how long is this fucking movie? Hour? It's about 2 hours. This is gonna be a long fucking drunk video. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to get drunker.
She's pretty.
She's pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it like this time. Fassbender! His name is Michael Fassbender!
My name is Magneto.
Oh my god, it took me that long. I knew it was something with an F. Had to be, right? There's only so many letters of the alphabet. This is where we learn that the Persians have slaves and that makes them evil. But what's worse? A fucking eugenics program or slavery? The goddamn Spartans have a eugenics program. They're throwing babies off cliffs and shit, man. Look at the brutality of the Persians, you know? What do you mean? We learned about...
My arm!
My arm! Oh, come on! Why would you throw that scene in? Just show a shot of his arm off.
Your Xerxes, he faces free men here, not slaves.
Yeah, you're free. You're free if you fucking survive the fucking baby murder.
1,000 nations of the Persian Empire
Descend upon you!
Not one step closer. Monster.
Historical accuracy is paramount in this movie, right? They had like weird deformed people and the Spartans were like, oh, you know, but Leonidas is a good king. He's like, let's leave the weird deformed people.
I am Ephialtes, born of Sparta.
Your shield and armor.
My father, sir.
Now, his father should have killed him, according to the Spartan eugenics program. If a king is ingratiated in this culture, right, he's like, he shouldn't be talking so nice to this guy. He probably would have killed him. It's the king of Sparta. The king of the eugenics program, this guy right here.
You want to help in a Spartan victory. Clear the battlefield of the dead. Tend the wounded. But as for the fight itself, I cannot use you.
Take what you can get! Am I right? Oh, I can't fight! I can't die in battle! Like, Earthquake, here we go.
Earthquake.
Dude, I'm telling you, I predicted that. I predicted that line. Oh! Oh, look at his face! Oh, look at that! Oh, look at this! The second guy fell for no reason. Did you see that? I hate to do this to you guys. I really do. But it's time for me to go upstairs and confront the restroom. How did Spartans pee? It had to be the most badass version of peeing there ever was. But what's the most badass version of peeing? Like peeing on your dead enemy? I feel like the most badass version of peeing would probably be just pissing your pants and not giving a fuck, right? Well, I guess they wore diapers in Sparta, like leather diapers. We're coddled, sheltered 21st century fuckers at this point. When we pee our pants, it's seen as like childish almost. Our linen and our cloth pants, they sort of absorb the urine. But leather pants don't do that. So if you're a Spartan and you pee your pants, basically you're claiming your leather territory. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, sorry. Oh no! My cape got untied! Hang on a second, let me fucking tie this up real quick. Oh my god, I'm sitting on the rest of it, that's the issue.
Spartans! Don't sit on your capes!
Is there too much nudity in my videos? Let me know in the comments section. I think there very well could be, but it's hard for me to tell. Because I don't know what fucking equals more YouTube subscribers, you know what I mean? Is it more nudity? Let's get back to work, you know what I'm saying? I'm almost more impressed with the DP, the director of photography, than Zach Snyder. I mean, you gotta have vision to do this, but it takes a pretty talented DP to do this stuff. If you guys could make leather underwear out of any animal, what would it be and why? Let me know in the comments section.
Fight in the shade!
Fight in the shade! That's pretty fucking funny. What you guys think? Fight in the shade, baby! Look at that fucking... Oh, Leonidas has like a bit of a tumor there. Look, you see that? There's a little thing on his chest. Stabbed off the horse. Now, what do you do with the horse, though? Is he yours now? Oh, no. Where's my microphone? It fell off. Fuck. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. She's gonna go fuck her brother, Jaime Lannister. I know what happens in this movie. We're only halfway through this fucking movie. We're not even halfway. Fucking Zach Snyder out here making his zombie-ass bullshit. That fountain looked very out of place in that shot. Did anyone else feel like that? Do you want to? I'm gonna go back. We're gonna look at that fountain. I mean, shit. Look at the rest of the scene, and then they have this fountain in the foreground. No! Fuck! Look at this fountain! Look at the fountain! No, she's digging her hands in it. I bet you the Queen of Sparta would really dig SeaWorld.
Unfortunate if anything were to happen to him. Or to his beautiful mother.
I don't buy that guy's acting. To me, that just felt like, yeah, it would be a shame if anything happened to him. You know what I mean? That didn't feel sinister. I love how he's eating an apple. There's got to be a trope for, like, apple eating. It's nonchalant as fuck when you're eating an apple. You just, like, you know what I mean? No one fucking gives a shit. You know, it's just like an average day. I'm going to tell you exactly what about the shot doesn't work as a drunk human being. They're like, okay, run into the scene now, right? You got a little bit of a hill here, but there's a green screen in the background, right? So he just runs into the foreground. Watch this. Oh my god, he's hopping over nothing. That was an embarrassing little hop. There's nothing there. He's just jumping to make it appear as though there's things there, you know? And Zack Snyder's like, hop over something. I mean, there's bodies all over the place. You're gonna have to hop. Jumps over. Hopping over nothing! Literally, look at what he's hopping over. There's nothing there! He's literally just hopping! Like fucking Peter Rabbit! Peter Cottontail! What's the difference between Peter Rabbit and Peter Cottontail? Let me know in the comment section. I actually don't know what it is. Hop! Hop! He's hopping over nothing! Stop hopping! This buffer break is brought to you by Home Depot.
I am the God King Xerxes. Xerxes. I am the God King Xerxes. Oh, Sparta will fall beneath my grave.
Here's the God King. Here's the God King Xerxes.
You Greeks take pride in your logic. I suggest you imply it.
They pitch corrected his voice in like a strange... Why did they do that? The only thing that would have made that better if he was whispering in his ear. But here's the thing. That guy's not actually that tall, so they couldn't do that.
And every scribe shall have their eyes put out and their tongues cut from their mouths. By uttering the very name of Sparta or Leonidas will be punishable by death.
300. I tell me to smile, and I'm like, smile, alright, smile. That's my smile. I don't smile with my teeth, you know? How drunk am I? Holy shit. We're at an hour and 11. Do you think I would have been murdered by the Spartan eugenics program? Right? Because I have glasses. That's an imperfection right there.
The immortals.
The immortals.
So this is a lesser known aspect of the Battle of Thermopylae. Leonidas, the king of Sparta, actually had to fight a giant. They conquered so much territory. It's like one little area of Persian territory that just had taller people. And they were like, oh, I guess this guy's a giant. And they chained him up. And they're like, let's take him to fight Leonidas. He was so upset about being a slave. He was like killing Persians on the way over. Spartans are actually taking some casualties right here, you know? Oh! It's been statistically and psychologically proven that facial scars make you more attractive. So all this fucking guy, all this China's accomplished is making Leonidas more attractive. Oh! The way it attaches at the back end, hilarious. I love that. Something about human nature is like, oh, violence is cool, bro. You know what I mean? It's kind of sad. All we want is violence. I look like I'm stroking.
To our king! And our honored dead! Whom is Xerxes dare to send next? There's nothing that can stop us.
No one cheers for. Oh, fuck. This makes me sad. They just grabbed a rhino off the fucking African desert. It's not meant to be war animals. I don't want to watch this rhino die.
When muscle failed, they turned to their magic.
I'm sorry, but this is like one of the most epic things I've ever seen in my life. Magic to them back then was just throwing things that like exploded into bombs, right? To them, that would look like magic, right? It seems like they're casting things, but in reality, it's not that at all. It's just people throwing things. It's logical, you know what I mean? It's pretty smart. Here he is, the Blob from X-Men Wolverine.
Did you just call me Blob?
You guys think my videos are funny? Let me know in the comment section. Oh, shit. I know that looked really impressive. It seems like they literally just had a head, right, with some red on the bottom of it, like right at the neck area, and they just threw it into the air in front of a green screen, and they lit it pretty nice. That's what that shot looks like to me. It's a relatively easy shot. It falls underneath, then we just green screen this in. If you think about how like these things are working, I mean, it's almost like he's just forcing people to do really crazy VFX stuff. That's the magic of Zach Snyder. Like, you could easily just write this off as like, violence makes men like feel good. I mean, you're right. It's true, but like there's something deeper going on there, you know? Alright, this is why this movie can't escalate to greatness, is what I'm saying here. It's because large portions of this movie are just straight up violence. There's nothing happening story-wise. Even if your most basic human instinct is being satiated by all the violence and the blood flying everywhere, even though it's CGI, there's an even more fundamental thing happening in your brain. That's like realizing that there's not an actual story going on. I mean, you could say it's epic, but like also that violence for 40 minutes straight is also just straight CGI. And it's like, you know, it almost doesn't work. Not that I'm saying this movie doesn't work. It's a very good movie. I want to be clear. It's a very good movie. We cut back to Sparta every now and again, but we've been watching violence for 30 minutes. Like, violence on its own doesn't satiate a basic human instinct, I think. I think there's, like, something more fundamental that we need to make these things work. It's a Minotaur! What the fuck? I mean, we have, like, some orcs and some deformed people. But then this scene just comes out of nowhere. I mean, you got the Minotaurs. Oh, yeah, it's just goofy. It's just goofy. I'm gonna have to blur that. Keep it PG-13, Spartans. What would you prefer? A eugenics program that doesn't even allow you to exist past a certain age if you have a deformity or poor eyesight. Remember, I have poor eyesight. Or a god king that only takes you as a slave. These are both evil. Both of them are evil. But like what I'm saying is like the god king to this weird deformed looking guy, I mean, he's looking like a pretty good option by comparison to the Spartans who would have killed this guy. And they tried to humanize Leonidas by being like, oh, I'll be nice to this fucking, you know, this tumored up piece of shit. But like, would you really? Ew. Do they have to make him wear a thong? I can see straight up his asshole there.
All men are not created equal. That's the Spartan code, my little queen.
Oh! That slap sound was definitely added in post. Like, I can't even slap myself hard enough to make that sound. Ah, don't slap yourself. Come on. Come on! Fuck you! I need to pee, okay? Alright?
Spartans! Prepare for piss!
Tie my cape back on. Why did they have capes? That's a little weird, right? What purpose do the capes serve? This is the most drunk I've ever been while watching a video. I mean, oh, fuck. If I were to try to go pee-pee with this cape on, it's just not easy, especially when I have a... Back to work. I mean, I want to be honest, I've tried to emulate Leonidas' beard here, and it's just crafted to perfection. I mean, I guess there's got to be like a barber or... I mean, it's got to be makeup, right? It's got to be makeup that controls a man's beard to look so good.
Any message? For the queen.
Give her my ponytail. Like, what? Right. Why do you have a ponytail? A detachable ponytail. Give her back her fucking necklace with the fucking wolf tooth on it, rather than your fucking rat tail, you fucking maniac. I don't know. I mean, that speaks to a larger truth. Like, if you're gonna die, tell a story, right? Tell someone a story, and tell someone to tell the story. And by all means, your story will live on if you end up winning.
I'm not here to represent Leonidas. His actions and very principles this room was built upon. We are at war, gentlemen. We must send the entire Spartan army to aid our king in the preservation of not just ourselves, but of our children, made stronger by their actions.
I voted for Hillary. I wanted to be clear.
A bribe of the flesh, gentlemen, while her husband promotes anarchy and war.
I don't know. I don't respect this guy. Luckily, he was, you know, carrying Persian coin in his fucking ass cheeks. Clearly doesn't have pockets with that old fucking Spartan Greek attire, you know what I mean?
Sometimes under the moon, I thank God that I'm breathing.
Well, One Day, you knew the song One Day by Matsuatsu or whatever the fuck their name is? I put the Harambe thing, and it was all based on an idea by my cousin. He was like, you know, it'd be funny if you put Harambe instead of One Day. And I was like,
No way! Sometimes in my ears I drown. I know someday it'll all come like one day, for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. Harambe, Harambe.
that was during my amateur years in colegio, which is Spanish for college, I think. Let me tie this cape around me and we'll finish up the end of this.
Oh, the God King is confused! He's upset at you! Problem there!
It's an honor to die at your side. It's an honor to have lived at yours. My queen! My wife.
One major problem I have with this is that they're framing male relationships as though this was the complete and total fulfillment of his life. That was the entirety of what there was to live for. It was to have lived to fight by your brethren and to have died by your brethren, and then they immediately undercut it by saying, my wife, my queen, right? Which is like, it's imposing heteronormativity onto something like this. From what I've learned about Greek history, like they used to bang to fucking get team camaraderie together. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, let's continue the movie.
My love.
And that was his love. It's like they're undercutting this moment by saying that like his wife was his major driving force throughout this entire movie. We haven't even paid it. He hasn't even cared about his wife since the very beginning of the movie, and then they're just like, they're drawing this parallel between him and his wife, and it's like, eh.
Remember us. Simple in order as a king can be.
Something is diminished about this, right? The whole right part of the screen is completely covered in darkness. This doesn't feel as real. And pay attention. Pay attention to how you're feeling when you watch it, because it's there. Your instinctual brain is there watching it. I think that's how it ends. I'm pretty sure.
This is Sparta! 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 This is Sparta!
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Today we watched the longest fucking movie we've ever watched in our entire livelihoods. Keep an eye out on social media Discord. Comment and like this video if you want more content like this. Let me know if there's another number other than 588,600 that could be a potential video to aspire to. I miss you guys. I'll see you later.